Hi there, this is Chris, chap in the cap from Motolegends. Here today to talk to you about an interesting new cargo pant from Rokker, the Swiss company Rokker. It is called the Cargo Slim. So here at Motolegends, we work fairly closely with the Rokker boys, Michael and Kai. We talk to them a lot about the kind of jeans we want to see here in the UK, and we've been fairly successful in getting them to make the kind of jeans that we like. But I have to admit, we had nothing to do with these pants, and they turned up recently. We looked at them. They clearly have a material that's very close to the current Chinos. It feels very similar. But what caused confusion here was when we put them on the weighing scales and weighed them against the current Chinos, when you put the armour in the knees, they were a full 20% lighter. So we contacted Rokker and said, what's going on? You know, what is this material? Well, it turns out that actually it is exactly the same 14-ounce Dynatec material that you get in the Chinos. So that's a Dynatec material. There's a bit of elastane in for stretch, but that's a material that delivers on the Cambridge machine on the slide abrasion test apparatus. That delivers a slide time of 6.2 seconds, which makes these about 50% stronger than leather. So, like the Chinos, a pretty amazing pant in terms of protection. The difference in weight, however, comes down to the fact that these do not have a full-length lining like the Chinos have. Now, the Chinos were wonderful, are wonderful, military smart, quite straight-legged, but they are quite heavy in the summer. So it is very welcome that these are lighter. But the difference comes down to two factors: the lining, this full-length lining. Now that lining also had in it quite a complicated armour pocket with a material that was the female side of the Velcro. That was quite heavy. You also had zips to get in and out of the armour pocket. When you take that into account, plus the fact that the current Chinos also have the, what we're now calling the old-fashioned D30 rather than the latest Ghost, that made the jeans, or these jeans, 20% lighter. So what exactly are these pants? Well, in our view, it's really just a styling exercise, and they fit very narrowly, so they're not going to work on everyone. So from the knee down, they taper right down to the ankles. At the bottom of the ankles, you are not going to be able to get a pair of Daytona boots underneath these. So I think they're designed to be worn in two ways, either with a short boot, and here we've got a pair of urban racer boots from Rokker. They work perfectly fine with any kind of short boot. I think they were probably designed, however, with Scrambler bikes and that off-road look in mind. So what you can do with these, because they fit so narrowly around the leg, they're going to work really well if you want to wear an off-road style boot over the top. If you just want to wear these with a pair of Daytonas, equally you can, but you'll wear those over. You will not get a pair of Daytonas underneath these. In terms of the wearability, I've been wearing a pair of these just to see what they were like. It's a fabulous trouser. They are lighter weight. They breathe the air better than the current Chinos, but taking them off is a bit of an acquired art, let's say. You need three things. You need someone who can pull them off for you. You need incredible balance, because then what you've got to do, you've got to stand on one foot whilst you take the foot of the jean, the other leg of the jean, off one of the feet. And really, you've got to be a gymnast to be able to do that. The third method, which is the method that I developed, is you just stand on them and you pull your feet out. But they do fit very narrowly around the ankle. You just need to be aware of that. In terms of features, obviously we've got the pockets here. There's a pocket on either side. You've got poppers with rubber protectors and also a zip. The other things that it's got are much in common with the existing, the current, the old Chino, whatever you want to call it. Nanosphere is a waterproof treatment, but it's more than a coating. Nanosphere, what they do, they shave the fabric in some way and they create millions of little hairs. Now, that's been likened to us as the skin of a peach, and what happens with a peach when a water droplet falls on it, all those little hairs causes the water droplet to dissipate and it just rolls off. So you get a similar thing. That's the way that Nanosphere works. Now, it works incredibly well. It doesn't work as well as a waterproof membrane, so we hesitate. We do not call these a waterproof trouser. We call them a water-resistant trouser, but it's far better. It's far more effective than your average waterproof coating. We reckon, I mean, our customers tell us that they can ride for an hour, hour and a quarter in these pants and not get wet. We've had people ride a wee bit longer. So I don't want to overclaim as to what you get with these, but you get certainly enough of a get you home level of waterproofing, and in some cases you get more than that. The other thing that you get with this as opposed to a coating, because almost every motorcycle pant, every motorcycle jacket has what we call a DWR, durable waterproof repellent. The problem with those is they work, they cause the water to pool and run off initially, but A, that washes off after a while, the Nanosphere won't. But secondly, they block the pores, so they make a pant or a jacket less breathable. So Nanosphere gives you waterproofing, it doesn't wash off, and it doesn't affect the breathability. The other thing that you get with these that you also get with the current Chino is a Coldblack treatment. Now, a Coldblack treatment reflects 85% of the sun's harmful UV rays. It just stops the black material, because of course normally when it's hot you don't want to wear black because it absorbs the rays, the sun's rays, and heats up. But that doesn't happen with these. It's just going to keep them much cooler, means that you're not going to sweat as much whilst wearing these. I've mentioned that these take Ghost Armour. So one of the things that's happened recently, Rokker have moved from the traditional D30 on some of their pants to the new Ghost Armour. I'm sure that over time all of their jeans will come through with Ghost Armour because it's fantastic stuff. This is super light, very flexible. Once you've got it in, be it in a jacket or a jean or a motorcycle trouser, you don't know it's there. It just hangs there, and it's just fantastic. It transforms the riding experience. If the armour's a little bit out of place, it doesn't matter, because with normal armour, it would create a shape maybe above your knee, but with this, it just bends where it bends. So it is a fantastic armour. And what's more, Rokker have developed a new adjustable armour pocket. Armour pockets have always been a slight weakness of Rokker in their Revolution jeans, in their Rokker Tech jeans. There's been a fixed armour pocket, and if your knee was not where they said your knee should be, you'd have a problem. Now, we had found a number of ways of getting around that, but it was expensive. We had to unsew the jeans, move the armour pocket up or down. But with this new armour pocket, we've calculated that it can give you up to 3 inches movement. So a combination of Ghost Armour and an adjustable pocket means that the armour is pretty much always going to be adjustable into pretty much the perfect position. Now, having said that these pants, like the Chinos, have got a 6.2 second slide time, that sounds amazingly impressive. I've been talking recently, in fact, I put out a video not long ago about the new CE regulations EN 17092. So it was disappointing when we looked in the labelling these to see that they were rated as at the A level, which is the urban level. That's not particularly impressive, and that does not reflect the 6.2 second slide time. Now, these jeans were put into production a while ago, and Rokker were very confident that they would meet the A level, so that was what they put in the label. But what we have now received is the SATRA certificate. I have this here. This is the certificate from it's called an ENB, a European Notification Board. That is the certificate that confirms that these jeans are actually now classified at AA. The problem is that these jeans have been produced and they are A. But if you buy a pair, you can have the confidence of knowing that even though it says A, they conform to the AA standard. The next production, which we might not receive until next year, will be AA. Now, because this is an A jean, it's only got the knee armour. When it goes to an AA jean next year, it will have to come supplied with the hip armour as well, which is good. We would always prefer to wear hip armour, but it will have an impact on the price. Today, these jeans are priced at £319 with the Ghost knee armour. The next production that comes through in 2021, the price will be £350 and will be provided, and obviously will be provided with a hip armour. But of course, you can buy the hip armour separately now for an extra 25 quid. So if you're someone who's not convinced by these things, you'll only buy it on the label, then fine, don't buy these yet. But if this is a trouser you want, you'll have to wait until next year, until they're AA. But I can tell you, these are an AA rated jean, or a jean that has been certified to be AA. It's just it's A in the label. If you want to see more Rokker gear, visit the website motolegends.com. If you want to learn more about the Cargo Slims, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you straight to a dedicated page on our website. There you can check out availability, you can check the spec out in a little bit more detail, and if you really like the pants, obviously you can buy a pair there and then. Now, when you buy from us, we try to make the process simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protected wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something. Our price promise or price guarantee is the best in the business. Now, John Lewis is rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you can find anything that we sell being sold cheaper by another retailer, we will beat that retailer's price by a full 10%. If that company is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. If you are going to price beat us, then I suggest you visit the website. There are a few terms and conditions, nothing particularly onerous. If in future you'd like to receive bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on there, within seconds you'll be in business. In future you will receive bulletins from us. However, if you prefer to get your information videographically, that is to say in this form, then we would be delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Now, this is 2020. Before the end of the year, we're going to be giving away a motorbike to one of our YouTube subscribers. It's based on a Mutt 125cc machine. We're calling it a Steve McQueen tribute bike. It's a lovely little cutie. You can read more about it on the front page of our website or on the home page of our YouTube channel. Finally, I'd like to make a play for our fabulous little shop here at Guildford. We are based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. As I said, the shop is not large, but it's attached to a warehouse where we have more than £2 million worth of gear arranged over 3 floors. Technically, that makes this the second largest motorcycle apparel store in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have on the shelf. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian coffee or proper Yorkshire tea served in a teapot. Anyway, this has been Chris, Motolegends. Hope to talk to you again soon.